Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. A look now, while we have a moment, let's take a look at our 5 starters for each team.
This contest is a glimpse into the future. Two of the up-and-coming teams in the league.
Yeah, there are a lot of exciting players in this one. For these young stars, it's about being consistent.
Yeah, and that's the biggest issue you'll see with new players, rookie players, is being solid, bringing the same energy and effort every night.
Now here's Mitchell. Another shot, and it's in off the backboard.
And buckets like this get Mitchell going, showing she's not going to back down from any physical defenders.
Plum with it. She's covered by Clark. Left side, Plum. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Aaliyah Boston. Mitchell outside. Pass to Boston. Moves over Plum. Takes it out to Clark. To the middle. Howard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Fever will retain possession. Five on the clock. Caitlin Clark with the 3. Cans it from downtown.
Well, Cunningham is such an impressive distributor, and passes like these are why her teammates love playing with her.
Outside Plum. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Those two, they just keep going right at each other from deep.
A little one-on-one action we've got on our hands here, Tim.
I'm not complaining.
The 3 from Kelsey Mitchell. Stevens grabs the board.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
And Brian, teams always benefit from having a reliable veteran around, and Azurá Stevens definitely fits that mold.
Yeah, a seasoned player who has won a championship. Stevens knows what it takes to win at the highest level, and she can set the tone on the floor for her younger teammates.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. There's a screen by Stevens. Howard with the rebound. The Fever leading. Aaliyah Boston attacking. Pass to Howard. Over Hamby. Here's Boston. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Where was the box out? Some easy second chance points.
Those kinds of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Hamby right side. Over Howard. And good as it snugs right down through the net.
You can see just how solid Hamby's mechanics are. Picks a shot she likes and sends it right in.
Back to Clark for 3.
Good, and it's Aaliyah Boston who picks up the assist.
Offensively, she can be the engine that drives them at any given moment.
Pass to Hamby. Stevens. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
Now here's Clark. She's got 6. Back to Mitchell. Up and in on the layup.
She can time her passes so perfectly. What an assist.
The Sparks trailing. Plum with it. To the inside. Hamby. And can't cash in from close range.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
Back to Mitchell. There's the 3. The Fever rebound. Back to Clark. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Sparks. Here's Plum. Hamby guarded by Howard. Pass to Jackson. And here is Stevens. Now here's Cunningham. Over Jackson. And another basket for Indiana.
With a quick and consistent release, Cunningham can knock down shots from mid-range, downtown, you name it.
Really left alone that time.
Look, I'm not sure who was supposed to pick her up, but someone's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving her that wide open.
Now here's Clark. She's got 6. Here's Mitchell. Hamby grabs the miss. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Aaliyah Boston. And it's the Fever on the break from the arc. And Kelsey Mitchell hits from deep.
In transition, Mitchell is so effective. Great finisher who is so quick.
And guys, we've heard so much about Caitlin Clark, but Brian, why don't you give a scouting report to those who haven't gotten a chance to see her play?
Well, she's an incredible passer. She's got limitless range, and I think she's underrated as a defender. For the Fever, we're talking about a franchise player to build around.
Good. Score the basket. Marker 4 for 8 shooting. 50% so far.
Just a strong finish through contact. Kelsey Mitchell refusing to be out-muscled. I love to see that kind of physicality from her.
Now here's Hamby. Good D by Natasha Howard.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood tall there.
Mitchell's shot's good.
They've made one bucket after another since getting this game started. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, Tim. I wouldn't go that far, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
And the play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
The idea of setting a screen on that play, it was the good idea, the right idea, but the execution was not.
Yeah, you really want to set a hard screen, but you also want to make sure it's a legal one.
Pass to Hole. Here's Mitchell. The 3. Russell pulls it in. They need to stop this run.
I think it's time to switch things up, either by going to the bench or with a different look defensively.
Down low. Pass to Cannon. Van Loo. Now Cannon. Hamby, Hole defending. The shot will not fall. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Russell. That is her first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Clark outside. Shoots over Plum. The 9-footer is on the mark.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're still in the first quarter.
And it hasn't been just about their scoring, Tim. They're playing tremendous defense, too.
Well, Brian, you got to give it up for the coach as well. This game plan has been perfect. If she gets even an inch of space, she will make an opponent look very beatable.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Fever ahead. They're up by 11. And quarter 2 will get underway just after this short break. A lopsided first quarter in the books as we get ready to begin the second quarter. And guys, Fever pretty much in control here.
Lots of running to start the game here.
It's a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition.
So it's the Sparks now. 11-point game. Here's Cannon, Hole defending, and they call an illegal screen here.
Very close call there on the illegal screen.
Well, I'd go along with it. You know, to me, it didn't really look like her feet were set.
McDonald. Pass to Turner. Back to McDonald. Clock at 6. Rebound by the Sparks.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Van Loo, shot is good.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Now here's Clark. She's guarded by Plum. Clark can't get it to go.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but she just didn't have it in her right there.
And guys, this is something we were just talking about off the air, but Caitlin Clark is one of the most hyped basketball players that we've ever seen.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about the WNBA. When you talk about the most hyped rookies, I think you probably have to go back to 2003 when LeBron went first overall. Basically, it's going to be really fun to see how Caitlin Clark's career goes.
It's good.
Once Russell gets inside, it's already too late. She has a nice touch around the basket.
Clark outside. And another 3 for Indiana.
She is just bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from her?
Well, we've already seen a lot. I mean, she's got more points from outside the arc than inside the arc.
Three-pointer Kelsey Plum. Hole with the rebound.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
And the 3 off target. The Sparks trailing.
Yo, look this way.
Outside Plum. Out to the wing. To the paint. Shoots from the line. The Fever pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Now Hull. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Oh, there's the alley!
And out of bounds, the Sparks will take it.
That is such a careless pass.
Substitution on
You got to keep your head in the game.
Both teams will make substitutions. Now the Sparks with it. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. The Sparks call timeout. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Guarding her on the perimeter, it might not be a priority for them right now, but it will be if she keeps hitting those.
And in 2023, the Sparks went 17-23. They missed the playoffs by just 1 win.
They were firmly in before they lost 5 of their last 7 games. So I think a stronger finish to the year is a point of emphasis for this staff.
Now here's Plum. She's got 8.
Stevens, the screen. The offensive rebound.
Pass to Plum. 6 on the shot clock. Stevens the screen. Plum can't hit. The Fever with the lead. Outside McDonald. Boston. Back to McDonald. Caitlin Clark outside. It's hauled in by Cannon. Now here's Plum. Tight defense on her. Pass to Stevens. Inside. It's rebounded by McDonald. Indiana with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Brian, one of the better all-around defenders in this league, Arie McDonald.
Well, back in college, she won Defensive Player of the Year twice in her conference. With quick feet and quick hands, she lives in the passing lanes and is always a threat to pick the ball and jet the other way.
First free throw is good.
And one major rule change this year, the addition of the reset timeout.
It's something that's been around in the G League for a while, and it's worked really well there. So they brought it to the W.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it in the G League, and I know it'll be an awesome new wrinkle for the WNBA.
And she makes the first, but misses the second.
And it's been a rough few years for Indiana. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2016.
Single-digit wins in 5 of the last 7 seasons. But the good news is the Fever have loads of young talent. Starting with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, they have arguably the best young core in the W.
Caitlin Clark outside. Hits it from three-point range.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there, Tim.
It's been a lot of fun to watch.
And there's the call on McDonald.
That's her first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Sinks the triple.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Mitchell. She's got 12. Count the basket.
Great focus from Mitchell offensively, finding herself that mid-range shot.
Jackson outside.
And a call is going to be, an illegal screen.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Now here's Mitchell. 14 points for her. Connects from three-point range.
She has really deep range. Mitchell's offensive game starts with that three-point shot. It forces defenders to pick her up at half court.
Foul called that time on the way up. And that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw.
Second team foul.
It's on Aaliyah Boston.
At the line for the away team. Barker, 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
I know the Sparks, the organization, and the fans are thrilled to have Cameron Brink, the second overall pick in the 2024 draft.
And she's the type of player LA is going to build around. In college, a national champion as a freshman, first-team All-American as a senior. Brink is known for her defense, an incredible shot blocker, and that's the basis for the Sparks defense.
And obviously, the addition of Caitlin Clark to the Fever, that brought lots of extra attention.
I mean, Fever tickets are as hot as any in American sports, no matter what league. Clark bringing so much hype, and basketball fans everywhere are tuned in to see her every move, and by extension, the Fever as well. It's almost like she was born to score. Mitchell consistently finds a way to put points on the board. What a skill.
Outside Stevens.
Pass to Cannon.
Just 5 on the clock. Right wing. Fades back. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Hamby.
Never a player short on effort. Dearica Hamby, a winning player. Second chance points can be the difference most nights.
Now here's McDonald. Howard misses. Timeout called the Sparks.
And when you talk about Natasha Howard, you have to look at more than those scoring numbers. Her impact goes deeper than that.
I think sometimes, us as broadcasters, analysts, we can normally measure players a little bit too much with their scoring average. Howard's won 3 titles in major part because of her defense. She's won a Defensive Player of the Year, and she does so many things on the floor that don't show up in the box score.
The Sparks trailing. Pass to Plum. Shoots over McDonald. Plum gets the bucket.
And this is the mindset Plum has to possess, because when she buries quick shots, it gets her going.
Outside Howard. McDonald. She's guarded by Plum. Cunningham up top. Mitchell. And it's off from three-point range. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Plum. It falls for her 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
It's just so hard to knock Plum off balance. She is so good at absorbing contact and finishing anyways.
Off with the layup. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Fever on top. They lead by 5. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And it's been a back-and-forth game with no ground given through the first half. 3rd quarter getting started here. It's been an absolute clinic out there by Kelsey Mitchell.
It didn't take long to see what type of game she was going to have today. She came out very aggressively and had a terrific first half.
And if you look at her shot chart, it looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. There is no reason for her to settle for anything less.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break, and we'll see if one can pull away in the 3rd. Right side Plum. Shoots over Clark.
Plum can't hit.
That's a shot she had to take.
No question. The decision was good, just didn't execute.
Out to Howard. Back to Boston. That falls. Nice feed that time from Natasha Howard.
A nice conclusion to a good-looking possession. Coach has got to be happy about that one.
Hamby outside. Here's Plum. That one falls through. It's her sixth make from the floor this game, and now 6 for 10.
There's the sweet lefty stroke of Kelsey Plum, looking like art from the mid-range.
Now here's Howard. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Mitchell, shot's good.
Fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
So it's the Sparks now. Trailing here by 8. Now here's Plum. She's covered by Clark. They get it back. Tries again. And Plum with the lay-in.
It's obvious that Plum has found her rhythm tonight. Nice to see her making a big impact on that end.
Boston outside. Back to Clark. From past the arc. Offensive rebound, Fever. Second chance shot. The shot by Boston, no good. Outside, Stevens. Takes the three. Can't hit that one. Pass to Clark. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Good call there. Her feet still moving when she set the screen.
And she sort of lowered her shoulder into her, too. A move you perfected, actually. But they were going to get her there one way or the other.
Now here's Clark. 17 points in the game. Howard the screen. Indiana again missing. Now the Sparks with it. 6-point game. Pass to Hamby. Here's Jackson. The left wing. The Sparks, no good that time either. Now here's Mitchell. She's tightly guarded. Tries to snap the cold streak. Jackson with the steal. Down low. Hamby. That one doesn't drop.
Aaliyah Boston with some nice defense there. Well, the Sparks have missed the last 3 playoffs. Rare to see LA struggle like this.
An original WNBA team, they missed the postseason just 4 times in their first 24 seasons. Now, this franchise has the best winning percentage in league history, so you expect they'll turn it around pretty soon. What effort from Plum down in the paint, outworking the defense and getting a shot.
Outside Howard. Off target with the 3. The Sparks trailing. Outside Plum.
Stevens the screen. Plum misses.
Clark outside.
Outside Cunningham. Pass to Boston.
Shoots over Plum.
Boston with the bucket.
I like the decision there by Cunningham.
Now the Sparks with it. To the paint. Stolen by Clark. To the middle. That's in. It's her 5th field goal, and she's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pass to Hamby. Plum. She's covered by Clark. Plum gets the bucket.
Effective moving the ball from the front court. Hamby's a willing passer.
Mitchell outside. And here's Clark. Beyond the arc. That's in there. Kelsey Mitchell with the assist.
She's carrying a lot of the load offensively, and normally that's good news for them.
Outside Plum.
Jackson outside.
Stevens. 3-pointer. Here's Hamby. And a good offensive board, and she gets the bucket.
And that's De'Erica Hamby's favorite place to operate. Just terrific inside.
Outside Howard. And the Fever hit again
from deep.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
You know, when we talk about players who just get better during the offseason, that put in the work, Kelsey Plum has got to be high on that list.
Yeah, she was the first overall pick back in 2017, and she struggled her first few years. Didn't shoot a great percentage, but Plum's really improved on her game. She's been top 5 in most improved player 3 different times, and now one of the best scoring guards in the W.
Well, with the career Kelsey Plum has had, it's safe to say she's lived up to the hype.
Multiple-time All-Star, league MVP, 2 titles. Yeah, I'd say she has. Clearly one of the most complete and popular players in the league.
And the second free throw, good.
And just thinking about players that do it all, who would you say is the most versatile player in the league?
Alyssa Thomas, for me. She averaged 15, 10, and 8 last year. Pretty much unheard of in the W.
That was an insane year from Alyssa Thomas. I mean, she could have won MVP for sure. But I'm going to go with Nafisa Collier. I mean, she does it all. She's all WNBA in terms of defense. She's averaged 21 points a game. She can pass it. She can rebound it. I mean, it's just an incredible talent.
Making a change here. To the inside. Pass to Turner. The Sparks grab the miss. Here's Van Loo. Cannon. She's covered by Mitchell. Now Russell. And here's Cannon. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Superb assist. She was crafty, creative, and the ultimate teammate on that play.
Kelsey Mitchell into the lane. The shot that time not on target.
And here's Cannon.
Looking for her first basket still in this one. And she gets the bucket.
Emma Cannon.
The Fever with the lead. Pass to Hole. Mitchell. Now here's McDonald. Gets it to go from downtown.
Streaky from deep. Once McDonald hits one, more can follow. Watch out.
Now Cannon.
Misses the layup. Outside McDonald. Inside. Great pass to set up the land.
Nice speed by McDonald. A new school. Score first guard. She does have great passing skills, though.
Here's Van Loo. Guarded by McDonald. Pass to Cannon. Russell with it.
Here's Hamby. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Fever ahead. They lead by 12. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments for our fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the fourth. So it's Indiana now. Hull with the ball. Outside McDonald. Pass to Clark from deep. That's good, and it's Ari McDonald with the assist.
Great trip down the floor. McDonald working it to an uncovered player. Smart basketball.
Here's Van Loo. Guarded by McDonald. Here's Van Loo.
To the paint. Shot clock at 6. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
You don't want to get in the habit of letting the offense get right to the rim.
And that's the message they were sending with that foul, saying nothing easy inside with that one.
Yeah, but they got to play a little bit better defense before they get inside.
The first free throw is good.
Here's Mercedes Russell at the free throw line. Not her strongest suit, but somewhere that she could still make a difference.
No good on the second free throw.
And after 12 seasons with the Sparks, Nneka Ogwumike decided that 2023 would be her last with the organization.
Yeah, since going first overall in 2012, Ogwumike, an 8-time All-Star with the Sparks, winning MVP and the WNBA title in 2016. 2 Community Assists Awards. They'll miss her in Los Angeles. Nneka, a legend in LA basketball history.
Here's Van Loo.
Outside Plum. Russell with the screen.
Pass to Van Loo.
Russell. Kelsey Plum from outside. And the 3 ball is good.
When Plum takes a 3, she means it. She doesn't force her own shot from range.
And just about over 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. And out of bounds, the Fever will take it. So both teams making some changes here. So it's Indiana now. They lead by 11.
Outside Cunningham.
Pass to Turner. Clark.
Here's McDonald.
The 3 ball. Drills it from outside.
Well, this time it's McDonald getting set up. Knocking down the J off a crisp pass.
We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Count that one.
She just used her height that time down low. That's a pretty hard play to defend against.
Up top, Clark. She's guarded by Plum. Rebound by the Sparks.
Guarded by McDonald.
Picked by Russell. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Right side, Cunningham.
Pass to Clark. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Indiana.
There is no way, and I mean no way, a player like her can be left wide open like that.
Cannon. She's covered by Cunningham.
Here's Russell. The second chance effort. And no good. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Clark, that one's good.
Since the start of the 4th, Brian, that 3-point shot has really been there for them.
Yeah, doing an excellent job, Tim, of finding the open teammate on the perimeter this quarter. The 3-pointer is a major weapon for them right now.
Now here's Russell. 5 to shoot. They set the pick from deep. That shot off.
Sometimes you can hit that deep 3, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No, no. I mean, even for her, that's too far out.
Here's Plum. And she banks in the layup. Timeout called the Fever.
Founded back in 2021, the Commissioner's Cup has been an awesome addition to the WNBA season, Brian.
Oh, we all have loved it. It brings extra excitement to the schedule. So much so that the NBA adopted their own version of it.
Yeah, and it's been great in the NBA. What I love about it, we get a final way before the final. So you get a taste of postseason pressure a lot earlier.
Both teams changing it up here. And they've been really controlling this one.
Never want to get too complacent, though.
Back to Clark. Mitchell releases from the wing and drills it.
She can shoot off the dribble a lot, but Mitchell is also adept at shooting off the delivery. A crisp pass helps her square up.
Now here's Jackson. And the basket by Hamby.
Outstanding entry pass. She knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Now here's Mitchell. Clark outside. Outside Cunningham. Shoots. Plum with the rebound.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
That one, good for two.
Well, there's the court vision from Kelsey Plum. I mean, it's just off the charts.
Now here's Mitchell. Clark outside. Launches it. Drills the three-pointer.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Here's Hamby. Pass to Plum from outside the arc. The three-pointer is on target.
Well, if you hit a three on Plum's team, you just know Kelsey wants to respond in kind.
Mitchell outside. Screen by Howard. Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. Pass to Plum.
Erica Hamby on the wing.
Natasha Howard with the rebound. And they can burn some clock if they want.
And calm down. Get a little breather here, too.
Back to Mitchell. Clark sinks the three-pointer.
They're not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at them.
And I think it's safe to say that lead is too big to overcome at this point. Just not enough time on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, honestly, she's been a little passive today, but maybe that'll get her going. For them to be successful, she needs to be a little bit more selfish.
Now here's Clark. Pass to Mitchell. Outside Cunningham. Clark with it. Launches a three. No good on that shot. Now here's Plum. Now Hamby. And foul called as she misses. And she's going to shoot two free throws.
It goes on Sophie Cunningham.
The intensity of Hamby, great at going up strong, forcing the issue.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
She misses the free throw.
You can trust Erica Hamby to deliver all-out effort on the floor. She really puts in the work to make the most of her minutes, and she can be a difference maker for this team.
And no luck that time either.
And the two-time sixth player of the year. You can't deny the impact of De'Erica Hamby.
Yeah, and now she's too good to win that award. You have to start Hamby. A huge part of the Aces' first title team in 2022. Really, to me, one of the most underrated and overlooked players in the league.
Caitlin Clark is as popular as anyone in this league, and it's easy to see why she's so well liked.
Yeah, she's just a fun player to watch. I mean, Clark takes those deep threes. She attempts some passes that others don't even think about or see. She brings so much excitement to the league, and a big reason why is her playing style.
Now here's Clark. Shoots the three. The Sparks grab the miss. Outside Plum. Takes the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3 points.
Here's Clark. And so it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
And they put on a show here at home. I think they had and felt like they had the edge and that extra confidence.
And that'll wrap it up.
Please drive home safely.